Yo, what's up guys? AFC Dino here. I got this big tournament round 3 game. Basically I already played this game. It's already pre-recorded, but a bunch of you guys wanted to see my tournament games, and this is actually one of the few games I actually got to play against Inactive Ray. And yeah, because you guys wanted to see my tournament games, I have to re-record them on the channel, of course. At the time I was recording this battle, I didn't have a microphone. My microphone was dead basically, but we got a new one right here, so I'm gonna commentate over it. I did speed up the recording a bit though, but in this game it's a bit balanced into balance. I wanted to lead off with Scissor because I kind of wanted to activate my Mega Evolution as soon as possible, because he has some heavy hitters on the team. He has a Gengar, a Charizard, which could either be X or Y, and he has a Hoopa, which are all pretty much heavy hitters. And yeah, I wanted to have Scizor as a Mega so that I can switch in to those attacks better. But yeah, my opponent leads off with the Garganacl, and I was debating though whether to not Mega Evolve to make him think that my Medicham might be the Mega, but I felt like having the extra bulk on Scissor was too valuable, so I decided to U-turn right here. And because we Mega Evolve right here, we know that he's going to stay in there. And I figured two possible outcomes here: either Stealth Rock or he goes for the Salt Cure. So I decided to bring in my Clefable, because if he goes for Rocks, I can pressure the next thing that comes in. And if he goes for Salt Cure with the Magic Guard, he cannot damage me. However, since he has the Purifying Salt ability, I cannot Thunder Wave him here. I'm not sure if my opponent wants to go for the Stealth Rock, so I decided to Calm Mind, but he went hard into Gengar. So pretty aggressive play, but now I kind of know how my opponent plays into my Gengar, into my Clefable. However, right here it's a bit of a tough decision. I decided to bring in my Scizor, because I could bring in Blissey, but Blissey doesn't touch this guy, and he could trick me as well. But he just decided to go for Shadow Ball, even though I got 2+1. And this definitely indicates that he specs, but the crit sucks. The crit really sucks. I wanted to keep my Scizor alive. I know I can still roost into something like Tangrowth or even Garganacl, so I decided to swap out here. He went hard into Corviknight. I was actually afraid of him switching into the Hoopa there, but right here I just decided to Stealth Rock and see what my opponent does. This could definitely be the defogger on his team if he wants to play with Hazard Control. But me clicking up Rocks allows me to make a play on a turn that he defogs on, for example. Because if he doesn't defog on the turn, after the turn I click Stealth Rock, my Stealth Rock will basically stay up. He just goes for the Brave Bird, goes for some chip. I don't have leftovers on this Blissey, but I did get up my Rocks, and we don't see leftovers on this Corviknight, so most likely Rocky Helmet on the guy. Right here I could soft boil here, but I wanted to take advantage of the fact that I just got up Rocks. So in this position I wanted to bring in my Clefable. He knows I have Calm Mind now, and if he brings in Garganacl, I just set up to infinity. But he does defog here, and right now I feel more comfortable going for the Thunder Wave, especially if Corviknight, because Corviknight is faster than me naturally. So if he U-turns, I still get off my T-Wave, and he goes hard into the Gengar right here. Huge Thunder Wave on the Gengar, because now my Gliscor is faster than him as well. Because, yeah, what does he really bring into my Clefable, right? However, in this position, he can still hit me really hard. I didn't want to bring in my Gliscor just yet, because I also don't have my Toxicorp activated. So I decided to bring in Blissey right here. Knowing that he specs and knowing that he's paralyzed right now, he's a bit less of a threat. And he does go for Sludge Bomb into me. And right here, I figured I'll just go for the Soft Boil. This is where my opponent kind of misplayed, because Garganacl doesn't pressure my team. That's the thing with whenever you use Blissey, that's why I don't like using Blissey or Chansey. He could have brought in his Hoopa on me right there, and then I literally wouldn't have a switch into him. So that's where my opponent really needs to capitalize. He really needs to try to get in those threats. But yeah, I go for Stealth Rock and went for Salt Cure. So this is actually an opportunity for me to activate my Orb on Gliscor. And remember that his Corviknight didn't U-turn onto my Clefable. So even if he tries to defog it here, it doesn't matter. So I'm basically going to capitalize right here, having the Rocks up with my Blissey. So if I Swords Dance right here, and any debuffs, I can get a huge hit off on his team. Because I am a Spadef Gliscor. So even if he anticipates my Facade going into Gengar, Gengar can still not one-shot me even with the specs. And he does debug into me, and right here, I just go for Facade. He didn't show U-turn, so maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe it's a Brave Bird Body Press to hit something like Bisharp. And then he doesn't have U-turn. Because he didn't use it last time. And he hard swaps right there, and this was so huge. He went hard into Hoopa. He went hard into Hoopa after I got to +2. So, and Hoopa was a huge threat. That's why I felt like my opponent could have definitely put more pressure on me if he tried to get Hoopa in on turns I bring him Blissey. Something, because Blissey doesn't do much. Even if I get the Toxic on him, he still gets a big hit off to my team. But, yeah, Tangrowth comes in here, and I'm not sure what kind of Tangrowth it's going to be. But I knew he was most likely not... I didn't want to lose out versus a Leech Seed one. He could be Rocky Helmet, Leech Seed, but he went for a Rock Tomb instead. The reason I went into Medicham was because it was really unlikely that he would knock off into me or go for Sleep Powder. And I don't really need Medicham that much, and this allowed me to get off a trick into him. And I basically get to see that he was an Assault Vest one, meaning that he most likely he doesn't have Leech Seed on the guy. However, right here, because knockoff is bugged, guys, knockoff still does the bonus damage even if your opponent doesn't have an item. I decided to swap out there because I can hit Tangrowth, but he has Regenerator anyway. And he goes hard into Charizard, which is kind of crazy. I get him a Gliscor. From this position, I'm not sure which Charizard he's going to be. But I figured I don't really need Medicham in this one. But I can definitely still use Gliscor because Gliscor beats all his defensive Pokemon 1v1 with Swords Dance. Especially because the Tangrowth doesn't have Leech Seed and he doesn't have Rocky Helmet. Because my Roost will out-heal the Hidden Power Ice if he has it. So I decided here to just sack my Medicham. Because then I basically get to see what kind of Charizard this is. I always have Alakazam, which is faster in the back. But basically getting to see what kind of Charizard this is. Because if it's Charizard Y, my Blissey actually becomes really good. And if it's X, it's really good for my Alakazam because I have it on a Focus Sash. And he just Mega Evolves into X and knocks me out with Flare Blitz. He doesn't Dragon Dance up here. So this allows me to bring in my Alakazam. And here I actually made a bit of a misplay. For some reason I was afraid of not being able to 2-hit KO him with Psychic, which is dumb because Alakazam has a really high special attack. So I would 100% 2-hit KO him with Psychic. But I wanted to guarantee kill the guy. But I think I should have just Psychic there. That was definitely a 2-hit KO. And Psychic was better in case he swapped out as well. But now Tangrowth comes in. And because he was Assault Vest on this, he will most likely live my Psychic. And then he can get the Regenerator. Because I can still use this Alakazam as well. To throw Psychic later. Especially if I get Tangrowth a bit weakened. So from this position I figured, because he has Rock Tomb, right? He had Rock Tomb. He had Knockoff. Those two moves don't really hit my Gliscor that well. Giga Drain, I am also partly a flying type. And he does knock off me again. Crits me, unfortunately. Always happens. But right here, I figured I might as well just try it right here. So I Swords Dance up here. And he goes hard into Gengar. And this is where that Thunder Wave comes in. Because I believe this is Gen 6 Paralysis. So he should be slower than me. Meaning that I can just knock him out with the Earthquake. Even if it wasn't, even Gen 7, I'm pretty sure I still kill him. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm still faster. Because I know he specs, he's not Sash on the guy. He's not Scarfed. So I knock him out. He does get the Curse Body on my Gliscor, so I cannot Earthquake follow up on the next thing. But Gengar being gone, and that's Hoopa gone, Charizard gone, and that is Gengar gone. So all his offensive Pokemon are gone, meaning that at this point, my Clefable pretty much wins. So I decided to just go straight into Clefable right here. As he tries another Soul Cure. I think that strategy works against noobs, Soul Cure. Or rather, if someone doesn't have something like a Magic Guard Pokemon. But I decided to Calm Mind up here, and here I swapped out. I felt like I can win this game with Clefable easily, and I didn't want to get knocked out for some reason. And I figured Gliscor can set up on this as well. because he already showed knockoff. He showed Rock Tomb. Most likely has Giga Drain. So it really depends on what his last move is. So I swapped out here. Just to scout what he was going to do. He Sludge Bumps into me. So Sludge Bump is his third move, and most likely Giga Drain last move. So he doesn't have HP Ice on this, meaning that Gliscor can go crazy in this 1v1 by setting up Swords Dance. Because it really depends on what kind of Corviknight he has. But right here, I'm Swords Dancing up. And one thing my opponent could do, like a last-ditch effort, is PP stalling my Earthquake with pressure at Corviknight, switching it in every time. But if Corviknight doesn't have a setup move, it doesn't win against me. If Body Press was his last move, and yeah, my opponent decides to forfeit from there. There wasn't much he could have done. My opponent really needed his Hoopa to break through my team, because let's be honest here, it's really difficult to switch into Hoopa. Like, Hoopa could definitely do a lot of damage into my team. I do have a Clefable, luckily, to counter the dark move, but it still has really high offensive stats, and even if it uses Sand Headbutt or something, Clefable is going to take a lot of damage. Not sure what the item on Hoopa was, but I was really fortunate that he decided to hard swap it into my guy. But yeah, guys, that's basically the third round match. Maybe things are gonna get harder from out here. Like, this is the only footage I have for you guys. I'm in round 4. Round 4 hasn't started from the moment of this recording. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. Definitely let me know in the comments if you want to see more Pokemon Brick Bronze tournament content. Like I said, I didn't have a microphone at the time because mine was broken. But I kind of like this new microphone. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, make sure to like this video, guys, if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. And yeah, if you want to chat it up, want to join the community, then join our Discord server as well, guys. I'm trying to be more active in Discord, so you'll see me chatting around it a lot. So if you want to hang out with us, check out the link in the description to our Discord server. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be it from me. Stay tuned for more Pokemon Brick Bronze content, but for now, peace out and have a wonderful day. I hope to see you in the next one.